popular stocks in London in the sort of small to mid-cap space are Bushveld Minerals, Blue Jay Mining, which is ilmenite, titanium mineral sands. Bushveld is vanadium, which we just mentioned. And there's a whole raft of others, the Kodal in the lithium space. Let's not forget the mega merger of Barrick with Randgold Resources. And whilst there's no premium for that, let's not forget that Randgold Resources was very highly valued on the FTSE 100. So there is, so it does feel like there's a kind of bit of a premium in it for Barrick anyway. Yeah, I think Australia looks pretty promising. I mean, if we start at the large cap end of the market, Rio Tinto and BHP continue to earn billions of dollars in sales and earnings from the Australian iron ore space. BHP still has a very large coal portfolio, which again is a billion-dollar earner. Rio Tinto has been selling off a lot of its coal in order to decarbonise its portfolio, which is a bit of a shame, but both of those companies still very good places for investors in the mining space and still presenting a certain amount of M&A opportunity. The Randgold Barrick deal is a deal of very great proportion. It makes the world's largest gold mining company, which is the sort of thing that Barrick always wanted to be. Yes, it's quite a clever deal from that perspective, but I suspect it's also partly driven by rising costs in the US at a number of Barrick mines, and the need to continue to grow and make a very sizable acquisition, which Randgold Resources is. Now, how will the management of that team fare going forwards? Two alpha personalities, Mark Bristow and the chief executive of, or the chairman of Barrick. Nobody can see those guys getting on for very long, so watch this space. But yes, I'm sure the merger of the two companies will cover up a number of sins for some time to come. Yeah, I think there's quite a lot that could happen here if we think, well, Vedanta have been keen on buying into Anglo American for a long time. Mr. Agarwal, who runs that, has bought a large personal stake in Anglo, so that looks like it's potentially teed up. But let's not forget, Glencore like to do a deal or two once in a while, and I think they could have a run at Anglo's, and it's possible that Agarwal's stake might be a bit of a blocking stake, but I think Glencore would like to absorb Anglo if they could. They'd know how to deal with it. Or alternatively, maybe Glencore will go for Rio Tinto, a much bigger deal, and perhaps something that would crown Ivan Glasenberg's career if he could bring that one into Glencore and actually really shake it up. Or maybe BHP will have another go at buying Rio Tinto. It was all ready to happen a few years ago, and then we had the debt crisis that followed on from the subprime crisis, and that scotched that particular deal. But I think there's everything to play for here, and there's quite a lot of permutations amongst the larger companies for acquisitions or friendly mergers. And if we look further down the space, yes, I think we will see the juniors and the mid-cap mining companies continue to be snapped up by the larger businesses. I don't see this as a problem. I think it's perfectly valid to put the money back into the market until they find the right opportunity for reinvestment of that cash. And it's not every day of the week that you've got a new large world-class mine to put the money back into. So this is telling us that Rios think it's better to give the money back to shareholders right now, and I fully support that.